Hello, I'm Shannon Harris. Thanks for tuning in to Window on Wilmington. On today's show, we'll find out what's happening at Delaware Elwyn. We'll also tell you what Girls on the Run is and how you can get involved. We'll find out what Blood Bank of Delmarva is up to, and they'll give us updates on ways you can donate. And Parks and Recreation has great programs for the entire family, and we'll let you know what they are. But first, Delaware State University is an American historically black public university located in Dover, Delaware. DSU also has satellite campuses located in Wilmington, Delaware, and Georgetown, Delaware. The university encompasses 6 colleges and a diverse population of undergraduate and advanced degree students. Dr. Eric Cheek joins me now to tell us all about it. Hello, Dr. Cheek.
Well, hello, Santa. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you could be here.
I am excited about being here. Thank you.
DSU, yay.
DSU's in the house.
Glad you're excited about it. I am too, and thank you for coming. So DSU, let me tell you, you have a very broad range of graduates, public officials, television personalities, doctors. I'm sure you all are very proud of the alumni that has graduated and is still very active with the university.
Absolutely. They're doing some fantastic things here in Delaware and all across the country, by the way.
Yeah, that is great. So you know something, I understand that first of all, DSU used to have a presence in downtown Wilmington, but you've since left that location. You've moved to a different location, I believe, on Kirkwood Highway?
Kirkwood Highway, absolutely. Right. We are now at 3931 Kirkwood Highway, which is about a half-mile east of Route 7 on Kirkwood Highway, right beside one of the car dealerships. That's where we have our new facility, what used to be an Army Air Force, an Army Research Reserve Center.
So it had an interesting past.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's a beautiful facility.
So what was the benefit of moving out of the city and on to the new location? Are you maybe able to service potential students better?
Absolutely. One of the major differences is anyone who has parked downtown knows parking is a major problem. Here we have ample parking for over 100 students. We have a facility that is probably 10 times the size of our former facility. We've redesigned this building to really address the adult learner, and so it's a really nice facility that will attract a lot of adults and cater to their needs.
And it's interesting that you mentioned the adult learner. We've been on a campaign here, an educational campaign, of course encouraging youth to stay in school, but also not just the youth, working with their parents. And I think that it's important that you can't just address one aspect of education. You have to address everything. And adults going back to school is equally as important as keeping the youth in school.
Absolutely. Well, some of the things that we're looking at, one of the things we'll talk about later is the graduate programs, but we're also interested in continuing education. You know, some of those adult learners who do not necessarily want a degree, but would love to advance their careers, and so there are some things we're doing in career exploration that will help that, and we also do things with youth.
Well, let's talk about that. So you're saying if you don't necessarily want a degree, but you need to advance your career. Workforce is changing. Things have changed all across the board. So what are you offering that would help these adults with career advancement? Or these be like certificate programs?
Certificate programs that we're looking at in the continuing ed spectrum of the program, program management, just all the different things that a person would need to advance their career. So there's several different things there, but our primary focus there right now is the graduate program. Mm-hmm. We're looking at how do we get more students involved with graduate school.
So what degrees are you offering at DSU?
Okay, the campus in DSU at Wilmington site, we offer 5 different master degree programs. We offer a master's in business administration for those who are interested in working in the private sector. We offer, for those who want to work with human services, we offer the only master's of social work in the state of Delaware. We also offer a master's in sports administration for those who are interested in running things like a fitness center or being a athletic director or involved in the sports arena. There's also the Masters of Education for people in educational leadership. So if you want to be a superintendent or a principal or just moving up in the academic area, we offer the Masters of Education. And the next one that we offer is the Masters of Public Administration is one of our new programs that we're just starting this year, and that program is for those who are more interested in the public sector versus the private sector. For example, if you're interested in running a nonprofit
Right.
or working in the government, these are the sorts of programs that you would want in public administration.
How do you decide on what programs that you're going to offer master's degrees for? I guess it's the climate of the population of people that are enrolling in the school?
Yes, we're
things they're
looking
for?
we look at the needs of the other folks. We're very much focused on the needs of the people, and so therefore we did a market research and found out that there's a great need for these particular programs in this area. The Masters of Social Work has several students coming there every year, and the other needs for the future are indeed growing in the Masters of Public Administration, for example.
So now, if somebody is interested in enrolling in the degree programs, what is the first step they need to take?
The best thing to do is go to the website, and I believe it'll be shown on the screen later, but at the www.desu.edu/Wilmington will take you directly to the website, and there you can apply right online for all the programs that we have at the Delaware, at the Wilmington campus.
Can I tell you, that's great that you remembered the website. I would never remember the black slashes and dot, and it always gets me confused.
Well, the easiest thing to do is if you can just remember to go to Delaware State's main website, and you can click on, we have it on the banner, and you can click on it, and it'll take you right to the place for the Wilmington site.
What would you say to folks who are watching this interview now, who, whether they're just coming out of high school or an adult who's thinking about going back to college, what would you say to them about the overall college experience, encouraging them to go to, whether it's Delaware State University, anywhere to further your education?
Well, one of the important things I tell anyone who's thinking about going back to school is to visit the campus. Visit the place that you want to go to see if it fits you. When you come to the DSU at Wilmington site, you'll see that this is indeed catering to the needs of the adult student, and so that's what we're focusing on there. If you come down to the Dover campus, that's a different atmosphere. It's for the more
Right.
traditional student.
Right.
But visit our campus and see what we're all about, and you'll see that we have faculty who care about you, faculty who wants to see you succeed. That's what we're all about at DSU at Wilmington.
And I have to tell you, last summer I had a chance to visit the campus in Dover, and while I said it was a historically black university, I was quite surprised at the diversity on the campus and the growth. And they have some really great projects that are underway. They were building a lot of new buildings, revamping things. And I thought that was a great sign of the growth and the changes, how DSU is changing with the times.
Absolutely. Well, that's what we're a university who is here to serve the public. And so therefore we change as the needs of the public change. And so that's why you'll see a great change there.
Do you think it's possible for working people to earn a degree at DSU while they're working full time?
Absolutely. If our programs are designed such that we're catering to the working adult. All of our classes are offered in the evenings, and they're set on what we call an accelerated schedule. That is, and we have what we call a rolling enrollment. So if we have classes that run 8 weeks in duration, all in the evening, and so if you decide, I applied too late for this one, in another 8 weeks you can apply again and enroll in at a later time, and so you can continuously enroll where you're not worried about the fall semester or the spring
Right.
semester. So it's really catering to those adults.
So it's never too late to go back to school.
Absolutely.
Right. So
And
if anybody's...
DSU is where you want to be.
Well, you did have to add that, and that was good. So if anybody's interested again in finding out any information, whether it's undergrad, graduate, let's tell them what they need to do again. And I encourage them to take a visit to the Wilmington campus and take a ride to Dover. It's not that far.
No, it's not.
And gas is cheap.
Gas is cheaper now. Yes, and again, the www.desu.edu is the main page, and again, you can get to any of our campuses from that main site. But if you want to put in the /Wilmington, that'll take you directly to the Wilmington site.
Okay, Dr. Cheek, thank you so much for joining us
Well,
today.
thank
What
you
a
for
pleasure.
having me.
And I have to thank Carlos for helping me organize all of this. He did a great job.
Okay. Well,
All
thank
right.
you very much.
And hopefully we'll see you back here again.
I would love to come back and talk about our other programs at some time.
And maybe bring a graduating student.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be glad to.
All right.
Thank you.
Next, Elwyn Delaware when we return.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in your face pep.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more
Persuasive.
yes.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Today, school kids rely on the internet for so many things: homework, math, research. But what about kids who don't have internet at home? Hello, I'm Theo Gregory, Wilmington City Council President. The internet is essential, as many as 80% of low-income families do not have access at home, including many right here in Wilmington. So help bridge this gap by supporting local broadband adoption programs. Let's get more students and families connected to the power of the internet.
Elwyn supports individuals with diverse challenges in shaping distinctive, meaningful lives. Through partnerships with families, communities, and government, Elwyn is a great organization for people with diverse challenges. And my friend Kendra Johnson joins me now to talk to us about, I tell you that this is truly one of my favorite organizations. I love Elwyn.
Thank you.
I do. Hi, Kendra. You look great.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for having me again.
Oh, I'm glad you could be here. And look, what's going on at Elwyn?
Oh my goodness, so much is going on. Where do I start? I'm really excited. Last year, we celebrated 40 years of serving Delawareans. Yay! Absolutely amazing. Now, mind you, we know that Elwyn is over 160 years old. Elwyn in Wilmington, Delaware is 40 years old, and we thought this is an amazing milestone. When I tell you we partied all year long in 2014, we partied. You know, we wanted to say thank you to our friends, our families, our supporters, legislatures, the community, everyone, because we realized that 40 years is because people trust us.
Yeah.
They allow us to care for their loved ones, their parents, their grandparents, their children. So it was absolutely huge and amazing.
And Kendra, I don't know if people know this, but I do have to say this. If you don't know about Elwyn and you have a family member with challenges, Elwyn is a great place, and I actually know Kendra because we know someone who goes to Elwyn, and that's how I first heard about them. And simply amazed at the range of services that you offer to these folks to help them out. And I'm sure this is not only a help to the person with the challenge, but a great help to the family.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, we pride on ourselves not only in supporting the individual,
Right.
but also in supporting the family. So,
Right.
for example, when I think about our aging program, the Senior Reflections Adult Day program, we have our aging population who come there for the day, participate in wonderful activities. Yay!
And that's and then look, they're working, right?
Yeah.
And they're working.
We
yes.
have people come who work, and they're working on their work skills because eventually they'd like to be supported and working in the community. So they come into the work center, they increase their skills, they work on the soft skills. How do you interact with
Right,
your supervisor?
right.
How do you interact with your peers?
Right.
And then we also support the family members as well, and helping them to understand how to better support their loved ones.
And I think it's important that folks understand that when the people come to Elwyn to work, they are working on a range of projects. So, like they were ripping up the X-rays.
Yes.
And then they were making like the the badge.
Oh, the medals. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes. You know, I get really excited. Well, I'm excited and passionate about what we do, regardless. This is how it is. But, you know, I think about what it takes to make a medal for someone who's in the military.
Right.
And I tell people, I can't make a medal.
Neither can I.
I don't have that type of fine motor skills. The people that we support, you know, one would think, well, there are limitations because you have an intellectual disability. But you know what? We all have different abilities.
Right.
And making medals just brings so much value to your life. We all want to work and contribute to our world. The people we support have the opportunity to do that by participating in various contracts. So we talked about the medals. We talked about the x-rays. We do what we call a shoe job, where we sort all different types of shoes for different companies. You know, we outreach to the businesses to say, listen, what type of packaging opportunities do you have? And perhaps you don't have the space there on site. We have the workforce that could do all of those things for you, and a workforce who is interested, who's passionate, who wants to do this because they are serious about increasing their development so that they can move on to supported employment, which is, you know, employment in the community.
And they are not just working there, they actually work outside in the community too.
Yes. Yes, yes. So, you know, the work center most times can be a stepping stone for an individual who wants to work, but maybe doesn't have a work history. So you'll come into the work center, you'll learn the necessary skills, then we go out, we do the research, you know, Shannon, what is it that you'd like to do? And we connect with businesses, we connect with employers, and we can support them with our workforce so that folks are working out in the community. You have an individual who works here, you know, here in this building.
And I love him to death. He's great.
And,
a good worker.
Yeah, and there you go. And a good worker.
A good worker.
And can you say that to everyone? Can you be the testament to businesses and employers to give somebody who has a different ability a chance?
Yes.
Because they want to work. And
Give
we want to
them
help
a chance.
them work.
And he is he's a darn good worker.
Yes.
Here every day, punctual, polite, and knows his job to a T.
Indeed.
Yes,
Indeed.
and takes pride in it.
Yes. And those are the type of stories that we want to get out to employers. We know that Governor Markell has made this state an employment first state. And with that, that says, you know, employment for individuals who have different abilities is necessary. What I realize, though, is even though that is the charge, there's still a partnership that needs to happen. And we can only get individuals employed if businesses are open, are receptive to us. So I say to the businesses, give us a chance. Listen to the testimonies. We're here. We want to do the work. We want to support what it is that you do for a living, while at the same time giving the people that we support an opportunity to have meaningful lives and give back to their community.
Bravo. Bravo. Listen, that was good. How do I follow up with that? That was such a great, passionate speech.
Well, it's the truth.
It
is
is
the absolute truth.
It is. It is really true. You know what, Kendra, I wanted to ask you, because with everything changing, we just had DSU on, and the way the economy is changing, the way the workforce is changing, how does Elwyn work to change the programs to get these folks ready?
Oh, wow.
You know,
that's a loaded question. You know, Elwyn, and I'll speak to our history, okay, our history, over 160 years old. We support people in California, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and here, of course, in Delaware, the first state. The way we're able to do that is we are innovative. We stay on top of what the trends are. We go out and we talk to people and talk with our legislatures, you know, what is going on, what are the things that are coming up. And we stay ahead of those things, and we create new opportunities, for example. So, for example, you asked, right now at the Delaware location, understanding that life is going to change for our service arena within the next few years, where work centers may not be looked upon as favorably as they are today for some. And understanding that that opportunity may or may not exist for everyone 5 years from now, what we've done is we are piloting a program that we call our Journeys program. And what the Journeys program is it's a mix of services. We tailor the service based upon what the individual is interested in. So you'll have an opportunity to have work exploration. You'll have an opportunity to do some contract work in our workshop. You'll also have the opportunity to participate in supported employment, which leads to being employed in the community. And we also have what we consider I'll say a socialization component, where you go out and you can volunteer for different companies and things like that. And that's just one example. You know, we looked and we said, okay, life is going to be changing for our service area. How do we position ourselves now for that change? The Journeys program is going to help us do that.
Go Elwyn. Go Elwyn. Okay, let me see. Before we go, because we got to go, Elwyn Ball Flapjack Fundraiser?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So Flapjack Fundraiser in April. It's our 3rd annual fundraising event. Yay. Flapjack Friends and Family Flapjack Fundraiser. Say it fast with me.
Friends and Family Flapjack Fundraiser. Woo.
Then we have our beef and beverage event, and then then in May, I'm moving quickly here. In May is the Elwyn Ball, which will be at the Hyatt in Philadelphia. A fabulous event. I think it's going to be a diamond-studded and black event. May 1st at the Hyatt. If you like to get dressed, you want to support a wonderful organization, come on out.
Yes, Elwyn Ball.
Yes.
All right. And Flapjack Fundraiser. Say that 3 times real fast, Paul Kenner.
Yes.
He don't know, but he eats flapjacks.
Well, come on out then. You like flapjacks? Come on out.
Thank you so much, Kendra. It is a pleasure having you. I love seeing you. And Elwyn is here to me, so I'm glad you could be here sharing with us all the great work that you guys continue to do in the community.
Thank you. And please let me come back again so that I can talk more, because I didn't talk about the seniors program. So to all my seniors out there, I'm sorry, guys.
But call, and they will tell you all about it, right?
Yes, please call, email, get in touch with us. We can tell you everything you need to know. We will support you throughout the process. This is what we do. We love our community. We love helping.
All right, Kendra.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. When we return, we'll find out what Girls on the Run is all about.
I used to be a participant in Girls on the Run, and now out of college I'm coaching and I just love it. Girls on the Run is really important for girls. I think it helps them with building their confidence and building positive self-image and positive ways to deal with situations.
We as the coaches are the leaders that the girls follow, and then once we step out of the way, that gives them the opportunity to then become those leaders.
Being a coach for Girls on the Run, I get to influence young women's lives every year, every day, and impact the rest of their lives and what kind of women they're going to turn out to be.
I didn't realize how much of a well-being, emotional side of it that they were teaching girls. We're learning so many different ways to open up conversations with our daughters, and it's so neat because she wants to have these mom chat sessions at night now, and so, you know, before bed we just continue that talk, and it's been so wonderful for our bond and our relationship.
Girls on the Run is a bonding experience for my girls.
Girls on the Run makes me feel good and makes me feel like I can express myself. I have learned how to deal with bullies and not to gossip and spread rumors. It helps you build the confidence in yourself. The coaches are right behind you saying, come on, you can do it. Girls on the Run makes me feel warm and good on the inside.
I love that you get a group of girls coming in from the very beginning that are so diverse, and by the end of the season, those girls are a complete team.
One of the main reasons I got involved was seeing how the impact it had on my wife, who had been coaching. I think being sort of a male model there for the girls sort of gives a different perspective on things.
My favorite memory of Girls on the Run, I think, is seeing one of my girls from my first team cross the finish line. She needed Girls on the Run. She had a lot going on in her life. I remember being at the finish line when they crossed that line, and her face was just like, I did this amazing thing.
When I signed up as a coach, I had no idea that it would be like this. I thought it was just about running, about teaching the girls to run, and it's just amazing, the impact.
Girls need to know that they have a voice in this world. And I think with Girls on the Run, it reaches and it finds girls and it helps girls to understand that they are important. And because of that, they can make a positive difference in this world.
I love Girls on the Run. Oh, get on the run.
We love Girls on the Run.
We love Girls on the Run. I love Girls on the Run. We love Girls on the Run.
Girls on the Run inspires girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident using a fun, experience-based curriculum which integrates running. Liz Baldwin and Kim Chitty are here to tell us all about it. And ladies, hi. And we just saw a great PSA with girls being very active.
Very active.
Yes, and that is good. So I guess I want to ask you, how did this program get started?
Girls on the Run Delaware started in 2005. We're actually part of an international organization, Girls on the Run International, that started in 1993 in Charlotte, or actually 1996 in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay. And like, so what is the whole purpose? I mean, I guess this is about making girls healthy, right?
Yes, it is. It's really...
It's a lot more than a running program. It's
okay.
really
okay,
kind of
right,
the
right,
byline that we always, the
tagline.
tagline.
Liz, hold up your sign. Let's
Yes.
get your sign. Let's Liz.
And
I
Shannon,
am
you
Girls
are
on the
Girls
Run.
on the Run. It's,
Look, I'm holding up the sign. Get a shot of this, Paul. Thank you, Paul and Dave. That's right. I am Girls on the Run. Are you looking at this, Paul? I see it, but I just want to make sure you see it. Yeah, this is great.
It is. It's a great program.
I'll hold it for you, Shannon.
Because we got to play a game later. Don't forget.
That's right.
Don't forget about that.
We inspire girls, like you just said, to be joyful, healthy, and confident using an experience-based curriculum, which is this curriculum.
Wow.
That creatively integrates running. So the girls actually meet with their trained volunteer coaches that we train. We provide them with a curriculum. The girls meet twice a week after school for an hour and 15 minutes. Each time they're together, the coach delivers a particular lesson and delivers that lesson and teaches that lesson in a game-playing format that incorporates running.
So the kids aren't feeling, okay, I have to run, a half a mile.
Right.
It's all incorporating life lessons within
a fun format. And so really over the course of the 10 weeks, they are training for a 5K. And really the final lesson of their 10-week program is coming together with all the Girls on the Run programs across the state and running a Girls on the Run 5K.
So what kind of girls are you looking for? What kind of girls typically join Girls on the Run?
Our target audience is girls in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Okay.
At all locations, and we have them
across the state.
Mostly in schools. The locations are mostly schools, but we have them in sites. We have them YMCAs, Boys and Girls Club. So it really is a great after-school program for young girls. And like Kim said, it's just a fun, happy program, and it is so much more about running. It's dealing with topics such as bullying, listening, gossiping, and it really helps give the girls tools to work at some of these issues. And at the end of the day, with Girls on the Run, we try to teach girls to be the boss of their own brain, you know, to stand up for themselves. So it really is an empowerment program.
And all very important topics that are so prevalent now.
Exactly.
I mean, when I was in high school, I mean, you know, you might have had a bully or two. I mean, but they were few and far between. Nothing like it is now.
Right. Right.
I mean,
well, you want to arm them with a confidence to be able to be comfortable standing up for what they believe in and using their own voice to stand up for what they believe in, and really giving them the tools so that as they approach adolescence, they really have some life skills that are gonna help them out and help them develop into strong, confident, fabulous women.
That is
great. And the program has been around since, as Kim said, '96, and we have the research that, and Kim, you have to help me with this because this is your that we have the proven track record that there is increased sense of community or involvement in the community. The girls stay involved with sports. They are making better choices. There is decreased drug use. There is decreased teen pregnancy. So, you know, I don't know if you want to expand on that.
What we do at the local level and at the international level, and just to back up a little bit, I was saying earlier that we're part of Girls on the Run International. So we're one of about 200 chapters of Girls on the Run across the country. And so locally and across the nation, girls are surveyed at the beginning of the season, at the end of the season, and then those surveys are tallied, and we are able to say and prove with statistical significance that girls that participate in Girls on the Run have a healthier attitude towards their body image. They have a healthier attitude towards physical fitness and higher self-esteem. So we feel very confident that we're delivering a really high quality program that's making a difference for a lot of girls in Delaware. This spring we have 115 teams across the state.
With 15 girls across the state. We're statewide now.
Wow. 15 girls on a team that's upwards of 15 to 1,700 girls that are going to cross our finish line just this spring. Right.
Okay, wait a minute. Now we got to play this game, Paul. We're going to make you mad. So can we go to a wide shot so we can? What do I have to do? Do I have to? Because I want to play the game.
Let's do this.
Right.
This is
get
about.
Over there so you can get us some Kleenex.
This is about gossip. So this is an
gossip.
example about how you're communicating to girls what gossip is. So do you want to?
Sure. So the coach would have the girls gather around and we would tell them today we're going to talk about gossiping, and we talk a little. They tell you what they think gossiping is, and then you say, now how might this tube of toothpaste be like words? What do you think this tube of toothpaste has to do with words and has to do with gossiping? You'll get all sorts of answers. And really, the bottom
I'm thinking hard about that.
The bottom line of what you want them to realize, I got to take the top off here.
Okay, right.
What you want them to see and realize is that you start saying words that maybe you don't mean.
Put that back? Can you put those words back in?
Yeah,
and then have you ever tried to put toothpaste back in a tube? You can't.
And it makes more of a mess.
And it makes a big gooey mess.
It does. It does.
And
Paul, can you hand Kim a tissue?
Oh,
right. We're going to have you do that,
Shannon.
He likes getting on camera.
This big gooey.
It's
just like a big glob of mess. So you have to think about what you say. Think about not repeating things that you know are not true, because it makes a big gooey, yucky mess.
You can't take your words. You can't
take your words back. Once you've said them, they're out there.
You can clean it up a little, but
they're out there.
got a mess.
Right.
So that's one of the examples that we.
That is great.
If you can teach a 8, 9, 10-year-old, give them real visual tools to take home. So they might think before they gossip or before they say something unkind, they might think back about that toothpaste.
Oh, that's great. Ladies, we are almost out of time. So real quick, if anybody wants to find out more about Girls on the Run, register for the 5K because that's coming up.
May 17th or May 16th, Saturday, is our Newcastle County race. And May 17th is our Kent and Sussex down in 5K in Dover, Delaware.
Okay.
So all of the registrations, the 5K registrations, are on our website, which I believe you all
we have
posted.
It, yes.
As well as information if you have a child that you want to register. The registration for the Girls on the Run spring season. Spring season starts the first week in March. Registration opens
Monday.
On Monday.
Wow, on Monday. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And on our website, on the program information tab page of our website, we'll list all of the schools that are having programs.
And we do have scholarships available. So one of the things Girls on the Run Delaware has always had as a mission is never turning a child away or family away due to inability to pay. So there's information about that on the website because we really want to get as many Delaware girls in the program. And we have this for you, Shannon, to come out to our 5K and a number for you.
Look, wait a minute, let me
Is that the happiest bib you've ever seen?
Yay! I love gifts, love it. And I even have a number.
And then if you want we believe all our girls are number 1 and they all run with the number 1. So we brought a sample, the number 1 bib. So.
It's non-competitive too. We don't time the girls. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get it. You just cross that finish line.
Yeah, because I'd be the last one.
It does not matter.
Really? You know what? This is my Girls on the Run move.
I love it.
Thank you both for joining us. So you have to come back again, okay?
Thank you very much,
for having
Shannon.
us.
All right, Window in Wilmington will be back after these messages.
We are your Wilmington City Council, and we're also your neighbors. We're asking you to let us know about your community events, achievements, concerns, and issues.
That's why we created a special email address that will connect you to all of us in City Council.
Drop us an email about things going on in your neighborhood with Community Events 22 at wilmingtonde.gov. That's Community Events 22 at wilmingtonde.gov.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Blood Bank of Delmarva serves our community by meeting the needs of patients, hospitals, and members for safe, high-quality blood products and related services. Michael Waite is here, and he wants your blood.
Stop it. Just stop. I feel like such a failure. I didn't bring any visuals. I didn't bring any parting gifts.
But you're here.
Well, and I appreciate
Next
that.
time you got to bring me a donut or something, because
Absolutely.
I usually get that after you give blood. I mean, come on, Michael. I
We
mean,
have got
donut?
great cookies, you know that.
Yeah, well,
that's
you could
part
have
of-
brought a cookie.
That's part of the bonus of, you know.
Now, wouldn't we all like a cookie from the blood bank after Mike left?
Absolutely.
But he didn't even bring a cookie.
I didn't even bring cookies today. So
Or an orange.
I'm just not. I'm not thinking. You know, it's this weather. What can I say?
It's
anyway,
cold.
thanks
So,
for having me here.
I'm glad you could be here. We love the blood bank, and we know that you guys need blood all year round, and it's difficult in the wintertime for blood supplies, right?
I'm sitting here going, you know, because we had this recent storm
Right.
up that didn't happen here so much, but
Yeah.
you know, you go into New York, you go into Boston, you go into New England.
Right.
I mean, they're going to be days digging out. You know, you feel for them because they're in the same situation we are. If you don't have a specific amount of donors who come in every day, you know, it becomes critical, because at that same time as you have all these different things going on, people are more prone to accidents and such. So, you know, so now you've got trauma, and now your blood supply is low because people haven't been coming in to donate. So it puts you in a tough situation.
But I'm glad you brought that up, because I think people should think about that. Look, we dodged a big bullet here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it could have easily been us too. And what happens when your blood supplies get low? Do you have to then depend on other blood banks, and they're in the same pinch too, because it's wintertime, people aren't really donating as much as they usually do?
All those things, yeah,
Right.
absolutely. What we try to do is we try to prepare ahead of time. And so if we know that there's a storm coming, we can alert donors ahead of time saying, you know, can you alter your schedule a little bit, make sure you come in so that we've got a stockpile so that we're okay through that time.
Right.
The only problem is one of our products called platelets, which is given to cancer patients a lot and such. Platelets has a shelf life of only 5 days.
Right.
And so if we don't collect that product every day, 2 days of that 5 days are in testing, and that's FDA mandated testing to make sure it's a safe product to transfuse. We only have 3 days to move that product. So if we're not collecting every day, that really puts us behind the 8 ball.
Right. So how many donors would you say that we need in this area daily to be in the red? I hate to say in the red.
You just keep teeing up these questions that it's so easy to answer. 350 a day. We serve 18 hospitals in the Delmarva region and about 20,000 patients a year with over 100,000 products and over 80,000 transfusions done every year. So what really I should say 80,000 donations, over 100,000 transfusions that are made over the year on those patients. So yeah, it's a constant, it's a constant battle.
Do you need donors to join, especially African American donors?
That's a real challenge, and I think the challenge is I think partially because African American donors don't understand the importance of it. There are certain properties in African Americans' blood that are beneficial to, say, sickle cell patients.
Right.
Exactly. And people don't realize that, and it's an awful disease. And you know how many transfusions sickle cell patients have to have just to stay alive,
right,
throughout their lifetime.
Right. So it is important, African Americans, we want you to donate blood. It
Absolutely.
doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that much time out of your schedule. You get a great cookie or an orange or something like that. And you have convenient sites everywhere.
And people have to realize it really is, we try to make it as easy a process as possible. It takes about an hour from start to finish when you come in the door, because there are a number of different questions you have to answer. We have to check your iron levels, your hemoglobin, to make sure that it's safe to donate, take your blood pressure. So you kind of get like a mini
like a little exam.
Like a mini physical.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Right.
And at the same time, and then if you go through those, you go through the questionnaire and you pass all those, then we go for the donation process. And in the donation process, one of the things that we're one of the few blood centers in the country that does is offer a free glucose screening as well. So we've told thousands of donors over the past 10 years that we've had this program, that you're either pre-diabetic or it's probably a good idea for you to go see your doctor.
Right. Now, if I donate blood today,
Right.
how many days can I wait before I donate again?
56.
56
days on whole blood donations. We have people that come in every 2 weeks to donate, but that's platelets. And platelets is what they call an automated system, where it actually takes, there are 3 components to blood. There's whole blood, or red cells, plasma, and platelets. What it does, it takes the platelets and plasma, or actually it takes whole blood out of you, it separates it in this machine, and then puts the whole blood back in you. At the same time, takes the platelets and plasma, collects that in a separate bag, and we add a saline solution so you don't lose any fluid. See, the one thing, if people have ever said, well, I got woozy, I lost so much blood when I don't, it's not the loss of blood, it's the loss of fluid that makes you maybe a bit tipsy, which is one of the reasons why we make sure that people have to stay with us at least 15 to 20 minutes post-donation, have that cookie, and make sure and hydrate to make sure that you're fine before you leave our facility.
That's really great. And I think people need to remember that. I mean, yes, we want African Americans to donate, but we want blood donations, period.
Well, and the thing is, people will say, well, why should I give? And the whole thing is that we have 65% of the population that cannot give, and it's due to there's a lot of reasons why I won't get into now. So with 35% of the population that actually has the ability to, only 3 to 4% actually do. That's a really small number to cover 100% of the population. And this is the whole thing. Whether you donate or not, whether you financially support us or not, if you wind up in a trauma situation and you're in the hospital, guess what? you're going to
Need
get
some
blood.
blood.
You're going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and thank God for the people who do donate now, because they're keeping the population in supply.
What's the blood type that's really good that is universal?
O negative.
O negative.
O negative blood, and that's only about 1 in 15 people. You know, it's a bit rarer, so that's why our O neg donors are so valuable, because again, in a trauma situation, they're not going to have time to type you. You know, they're not going to have time to type. Once they get you stabilized, then they'll check your type, then they'll be able to give you your type of blood. But in the immediate, they got to get blood in you immediately.
Right.
They go for the O neg immediately.
Right. Now, Michael, if anybody wants to find out about the blood bank, if they want to donate, if they want to donate blood, if they want to donate funds, or if they want to talk to you about summer blood challenges with these corporations and get their business into it, what should they do?
More than happy to do that. A plethora of information is on our website. It's www.delmarvablood.org, or you pick up the phone and just call us. It's 888-8-BLOOD-8. More than happy to answer any of your questions, and we've got people who are much more qualified than I am on the other that phone will answer questions that I'd be going like, huh? I'm just the marketing guy.
But you have such a great VO voice, too.
Well, thank you. I
Voice-over
appreciate
voice.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
love that.
It's always good to see you. Thanks,
And we'll
Jen.
see you back for Summer Blood Challenge?
Yes, you will. Absolutely.
Great. And I'm sure you'll be here with our resident Dracula, Paula Gatos.
Oh, yeah. Paul is the best. She is, and she's relentless. You know
Yes,
that.
she is. I do know. Yes, I do know, Michael. See, I'm holding my neck. All right, that's right. You don't get it from the neck, but yeah, I've got to put a scarf on for Paula. Thanks, Michael. See you
Thanks, Jen.
again.
All right.
Parks and Rec is up next when we return.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Accidents happen. So do huge medical bills. Find out how to get health insurance coverage by visiting ChooseHealthDE.com.
Welcome back to Window in Wilmington. Well, Parks and Rec is a big force in the city of Wilmington, and we always know that they have great programs for the whole family. And Parks and Rec has recently taken on another role as kind of working to maybe stem the violence in the city of Wilmington by providing programs, reaching out more to the youth. Sean Baker's here right now to elaborate a little bit on that. What would it be, Sean? All of the above?
Well, we're doing a lot of different things. We've always tried to do as many programs as possible in the city of Wilmington and the greater Wilmington metropolitan area. This year we're doing a Girls on the Run program, just collaborated with Melissa Rice from Girls on the Run and Girls on the Track. And we're doing a program at PAL and also a program at Hicks Anderson. And we'll be starting on it. We started on it, we had a meeting yesterday, and we're going to be going to training on February 7th.
Now, how do you think that this will help the young ladies? I mean, I guess I don't want to make it like the city is overly violent, but, you know, we've had some issues. And how do you think that these types of programs will help the young ladies develop
self-esteem?
Yeah, and kind of like, you know, as we saw the whole thing about the good old gossip mill and the rumor mill and, you know, the tube of toothpaste. So how do you think that this will all help you all help to deal with some of the issues that we're having right now?
We believe that anytime we can continue to keep people occupied, anytime we can continue to stress things like self-employment, how to do a checkbook. The Girls on the Run program is a great big program. It's not just girls running. Matter of fact, running is a very small part of it. At the end of the year, at the end of the summer, they have a thing on May the 8th where they have a Girls on the Run, a 5K down at the riverfront. I'm sorry, May 16th. But most of the program is developing young ladies and developing them to turn into young women and to be mothers and grandmothers as they move forward. So the program has some reading, some writing, some arithmetic, some science, some math, some life skills, a lot of different things within the program, and we feel it's going to be a very beneficial. The program runs really between 3, 4, and 5 graders, and then also they do a program with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, because that's a very volatile time for young ladies to move forward.
And I want to ask you, bringing these types of programs into the inner city, into the urban area, and I guess, you know, it is a plus because it's a different avenue that sometimes some of these young kids haven't been exposed to.
Well, we feel that opportunity and access, as I said before, is always a plum. And we feel that we want the students, when they get to high school, to be on the same level as students everywhere, urban kids, suburban kids, rural kids, to be on the same plane. And we feel this is one program that will assist us. We also, as you know, had a Safe Haven program last fall.
Which we talked a lot about, and that was to keep the kids off the street.
That's correct.
So, because just in case people don't know about it, we want to remind everybody that the Safe Haven program was designed so the kids would not have to be on the street after school or during the summer months too,
Summer
right?
months and during the fall. We're bringing that back again. We just got the grant from the state the other day of $25,000 to also bring that program back. We also have our winter rec sites, which we're keeping kids off the street, our youth basketball program. We have some soccer programs, some indoor tennis programs, and also some volleyball we're starting over at Hicks Anderson. So we're doing a lot, we're trying to do as many things possible to get everyone into something that's positive and with some life skills, some lifetime skill activities that they can continue on. It's always not about football, basketball, baseball, and track and field. We do a very, very, very good job with those activities, but now we're branching out into what I call lifetime sports, sports that they can do up until they're 70 or 80 years old.
So these sports, I guess I want you to say, Sean, how do you feel like these activities will, you know, yes, keep them occupied, keep the kids off the street, give them something positive to do. I guess I'm looking for, you see a difference when you have the wide range of programs that you offer, right?
Yes. Well, this weekend in the Super Bowl, we will have a person from the Wilmington area that played in our program, play on the I get the teams confused. Seattle team.
Really?
We have a player that played for Seattle. Somebody will get a ring, and we also have a player that played for the Patriots. One of the gentlemen went to Concord High School, and one went to Mount Pleasant. So we don't get to see the long-term range of what could happen. And now we have 2 people this weekend will be playing in the Super Bowl from the greater Wilmington area. So it's a very positive thing, and we're trying to do as many things possible because we can't measure what's going to happen to a child 15 years down the road. We have kids coming back to us now talking about us, thanking us for how they got started in the 4th, 5th, or 6th grade program that we've ran, and now they're grown people and have their own families and are developing their careers and doing things for themselves, and that's a very positive thing for us to do.
We also want the parents to encourage their kids to participate in the programs that you offer.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what do you say to the parents?
Well, we want parental involvement. You know, we want parents to come out and see their students, and if they see something that they would like to get involved to, we always need more volunteers. We can always use a scorekeeper or a timekeeper or a team parent as a mother. Come in and get active with your parent, and if there's something that we're not doing at Parks and Rec, because we don't have all the answers, we do the best that we can, but if there's something that you would like to see us do as a parent, come out and assist us. We take suggestions. We might not be able to do it because there could be some budgetary constraints or restraints from it, but we'll try to do whatever we can. But we offer parent involvement at all times. And if there's something you think we're not doing or something that you think we're doing wrong, let us know that too, because that'll make us better. Constructive criticism helps you improve. You know, you can never improve if you don't ask for opinions from people.
So let's talk about some other things that are going on at Parks. You know, you're working hard, keeping those programs going, always trying to come up with new and fresh ideas.
Right. We're doing a Little Dribblers program with Rob Moore over here at Stubbs School.
What's that?
It's a little kids, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades. 7, 8, 9 years old participate in a basketball program. They even keep score, which I'm not big at that age keeping score, but they keep score and they have a good time and they play every Saturday morning over at Stubbs. We're also doing a basketball program for our 7 and unders at Walnut Street. We're collaborating with the YMCA every Friday night. We have about 5 teams that come and play every Friday night. And those kids run around, they double dribble, they walk, they fall over the ball. We drop the baskets down to about 6 feet so they're able to at least have some success of at least hitting the rim. We're doing that. We have a 9-year-old basketball league, 11, 13, 15, 17. And a 17-year-old, people want us to give up on those kids. But those kids have no place else to go and nothing else to do. And they're yearning for somebody. Most agencies have given up on those kids because they are a difficult group of children to stay with. But they're still our children. They're still City of Wilmington residents. And we're going to continue to, and we have an 8-team, 17 and under that plays at the Powell Center. Our rec sites, we're doing well there. We're doing well in our youth tennis, collaborating with USTA, United States Tennis Association. We're collaborating with them a couple times a week doing some indoor tennis. We also have our Haynes Park Tennis Club over at the Powell Center on Sundays that we're working. That's an adult tennis club. We're putting the nets up and playing some indoor tennis at the Powell. So our programs are being vibrant. We're also doing, the Youth and Family Division is doing the college tour.
And I know we'll be talking about that coming up, how they get the kids involved with participating in the college tour and what colleges you'll be going to and everything like that.
Nicole Torrance is doing that, with Nicole Adams is working on that. We're also starting to do some of our summer stuff, working with our lifeguards. We have a meeting next week with our Derek Clinton from the Central YMCA. So we're moving forward. We're making things happen, and things are going fairly well.
All right, Sean. And if anybody wants to find out about any of the programs, find out how they can volunteer or a college tour, what should they do?
Go on the city website or call us at 302-576-3810. And we're always looking for suggestions, something that we can make, something that we can improve on, something that we can do. Also, this Saturday.
I have a suggestion.
Hold on. May I finish, please?
Okay,
we're doing the wheelchair basketball game done by Vashon Turner over at Hicks Anderson, starting at 12 o'clock on Saturday. He has 3 or 4 teams from Philadelphia coming down that'll participate for the Arthur Turner Scholarship Fund. Arthur Turner, it's a participant thing where they come in, they play wheelchair basketball. And we're going to film it. It's an outstanding activity. And we're going to see how it goes. I've never seen one done before. I've seen some film one, but I've never been in a live situation. So we're going to do that on Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon at Hicks Anderson from 12 until 5.
Great. Now can I go?
Yes, you may.
Darts.
I told you about darts and archery.
What's yours? Oh, yeah, polo.
Water polo's not bad.
No, horse.
Horse polo.
Yeah.
We have to have some place to do it. Oh, we're also doing a rugby program this year. First time in the city of Wilmington that we're doing a youth rugby program. We're opening.
Well, we gotta go.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. But you got it out. We'll talk to you again about that later.
Right, about rugby. You have to be in a wheelchair to play. For the wheelchair basketball game, yes. Yeah, you have to be in a wheelchair to play. Yes. It's going to be an interesting activity. It's doing the shot clock and.
Okay, we gotta go, Sean. For everybody here at WITN Channel 22, I'm Shannon Harris. See you next time.